Today is my 3-year wedding anniversary, and I realize that I'm actively planning a wedding right now and talking about it a lot. And a lot of you probably don't know this, so you're like, literally, what are you talking about, Kayla? But me and Dan actually got married, like, for real on paper 3 years ago. We had a years-long visa process for him to come to the US, and then once he got here, we had to get married kind of quickly. And that was 3 years ago today. We always wanted to have, like, a wedding ceremony with friends and family a couple years down the line, once, like, it wasn't COVID anymore and people could actually come for it. So that's what we're planning right now, but we did literally get married 3 years ago. And in honor of my wedding anniversary, but also kind of in honor of Lovestruck coming out, I thought it might be kind of fun to build a wedding venue in The Sims. I kind of feel like Lovestruck focuses way more on like the early parts of dating. It's kind of about meeting people and online dating and blind dates and all of the early stuff, and not so much about long-term relationships. Obviously you can use it for that. It just feels like it's not the main star of the pack, but still it would be nice to have a wedding venue in this new world. So I think that's what I want to try to do today. I'd like to build a Lovestruck wedding venue, and I'm kind of thinking like a gardeny park themed wedding, maybe on one of these 2 empty lots. They are really big empty lots. It's like almost a little bit intimidating trying to build something here, but basically I want to make a park and then have it set up for a wedding. And I think that this one is a good spot to do it. I'm pretty sure the front of the lot is right here. Okay, good. It looks like it should be, but you never know with this game. And I'm kind of picturing that there might be some sort of building over here on the side, and then we can build out a pretty gardeny park space for us to put like the wedding arch and all of those things over here in the corner. And then this part will have like a bar and a kitchen and some bathrooms and all of those sorts of things. And then if you wanted to, you could woohoo in the woohoo motel afterward, right next door. So you've got all the bases covered. I think I will build this as a park, at least at first, just so it's multifunctional. And let me just try to show you real quick kind of what I'm envisioning for this space, because I feel like I've got a good idea for it. I have got a lot riding on fairy lights today. That is like my entire inspiration for this. But like, imagine how cute this would be if we had the lights kind of hung up on top of this courtyard space. We can put some pretty landscaping in this area. We can have like an outdoor dining section for your Sims over there. Yeah, I feel like the building itself can be relatively simple. I think I would like to have a kind of big bathroom though, because I probably want to put a shower in it or something. So maybe it gets laid out kind of like this, where we have a bathroom, a shower, and then a kitchen, like a catering kitchen. And this could be cool because we could put the bar back here in this little nook, and then we have a big space for a dance floor and some dining tables. We'll put like a buffet table, a table for the cake, all that sort of stuff inside of this area. I don't really know how this is gonna look yet, so bear with me, okay? I guess the front door can go right here in that little space. Oh, and I can put like a cute little thing there. That could be nice. I had sort of imagined that this part would be taller, almost like a tower, but now that I'm actually doing it, it's kind of icking me, so I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Actually, I'm curious what would happen if I tried to move this over and then like lowered it down. This is perhaps a mistake, so please don't get mad if it's bad. Oh, I can't do that. I was sort of imagining like how over here you can like drag it downward, but I don't think I can do that on this section. Okay, well, imagine for a second that this place is kind of closed in like this. Why did you wait? What the heck? Don't do that. Okay, imagine it's kind of closed in like this. Then we kind of open this part up like this. I don't really know what pathway, but there would be some sort of path, probably a cuter one than this. I don't know. Something like this though. And this would bring you out to where the wedding itself takes place. And we're gonna wanna like really fill this in because I wanna have a pretty background. So we're gonna have to try and cover some stuff up. Ooh, I actually angled that pretty well. All right, this might be fine. What different swatches does this come in? Oh, that's so pretty. Let's use that. Maybe it has a bunch of blue accents. I don't know. Okay, well, we'll get the aisle in and then I'll try and line these up as best as I can. These are maybe a little bit close together. Should there be like 3 chairs in each row? I don't know. Oh, that does look nice though. Ooh, should I have had like a pergola somewhere off the side? I actually hadn't really considered that as even a possibility. You raise the whole thing up 1 tile so it is even, or 3. Oh my. I'm not sure about that part. Bear with me on that part, okay? Oh, and then I actually don't really know which one of these is best. I kind of love the rounded one. Oh, the fun colors. Oh no. That kind of has a different vibe, but maybe that's better for what we're trying to do because everything from Lovestruck is like so colorful. It'll be fun to have a little nod to that maybe. You know what I would love to do is have a giant table outside. Like what if there was a big table kind of scooted together, like one big long one? Does this come in the same colors? Why do I feel like nothing is gonna come in that color scheme that we've got? We can definitely have the pink though. Do you come in bright colors? Oh, I guess that kind of has, it's painted on there, but it's not as good. I need it to be hot pink, but nothing is really coming. Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh. Do I dare put those down the sides of the aisle? Would that even happen like that in real life? You wouldn't want them on the outside. You want them on the inside because then you get for your pictures, but oh, I don't know. This lot is like way bigger than it looks when you first start building it. This always happens, and it's always my fault for underestimating these 50 by 40 lots. Shouldn't be a surprise. Everyone knows it's giant. All right, I'm going through and putting a half wall around all of the sides of the building now. We are gonna need to use some Lovestruck doors and windows for this. They're gonna have to carry us through this one. It does come in these pretty sort of light colors, and I think that we could make that work with the light wood. Okay, keeping in mind that this part is literally the bathroom. I'm maybe making a mistake with this, I don't know. If I got a fountain, doesn't have to be a base game fountain, it can be one of the big ones. Ooh, I mean, that's beautiful, but it's also totally the wrong colors. Let's use Lovestruck to get some little tile out here. Although, I don't even know if I want the Lovestruck one. It like doesn't even match. Nothing matches. That's the problem with this. I wish that the tables that I'm using counted as patio tables. I would love to have the ones that I'm using work for this. We also have to have playground equipment for it to count as a park, and I don't know if I want it to. So maybe I will just build it as a wedding venue and like stop forcing myself to do this, because I don't really want to have chess tables out here either. Strangers showing up to play chess outside of your wedding and like kids using the playground equipment is not really the vibes that I had initially been envisioning for this. I don't like Lovestruck stucco, so I can't use that. We need to pick something maybe from like Jungle Adventure, because Jungle Adventure stucco is a bit more plain, but it also has slightly more texture to it. I don't know if you can see that up close, but it kind of has like a little bit more pizzazz. And then I'll use the white fence too. We want to have a lot of white on this building. It's supposed to be a wedding venue, so we want it to look kind of wedding-y from the outside still. Okay, in hindsight, I shouldn't have done it solid white. It needs to be like light beige. This light beige will match the roof trim piece a bit better, and that's more what I'm going for. I've reached the point of the build now where I'm like, oh, this won't be easy like I thought it would be. I'm like sat here trying to do this and I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be difficult for me. It's fine. We can really decorate this. We can get like pretty flowers so it looks wedding-y. If we wanted to, we could even put like little tables in the front. This is probably somewhat unnecessary. I've put it back to a park. This is where the unnecessary part comes in, because it doesn't need to be a park. But I'm wondering, like, if we did this, no, I don't like those. I need to mix in some more of my little purple trees too. Is there even purple inside? I guess there is purple in the flowers that we're using. Okay, that's helpful. Oh, that's amazing. Should I use that? I actually almost think that's better than what I was using before, because I could maybe put like my own custom plant pot or something down for it. Like, imagine if I made a little rounded platform kind of like this and I put the tree on there. It is a lot, but I want it to look like a little park, so this might be good. No, that one was too much. Don't do that. I can use that though. I need to scoot those forward so they aren't clipping too much with it. I wish so badly that this was like a little bit wider. If it would just fit it a little bit better. I will put this little banner here though. I guess it needs to be kind of, okay. It doesn't want to place correctly. So that's pretty annoying. I don't know how I'm gonna get it centered. Actually, that's fine. Never mind. It is centered. It is good. Literally, no matter what I do, I feel like the lighting looks terrible. Every single time I try, it's worse than before. Kind of looking to see about flowers that will like really tie all of this together. I think those colors and these different styles will work really well for our purposes. And then what I'll do is I'll just go through and like kind of mix and match them together. Oh, look at this. I actually kind of love that door. I think that looks so good. And then we can put a little archway. So that's how you'll access the hallway so you can get into the bathrooms and the kitchen. I actually really like the look of these light colors. We've got like the light colored curtain, the light colored windows, and then you contrast it with the vibrant orange on the floor. I feel like that's kind of perfect for what I'm trying to do. So I've got a good feeling about this so far. Let's see how far I can scoot that and have it not clip. Okay, something like right there. I feel as though there's a lot riding on whatever bar situation we decide upon. And actually, the curved one might just be the perfect thing for us to do. Oh, we could totally put beams. Oh my gosh. Maybe there's like a beam that goes all the way across this. Like, that looks really cool right there, right? Okay, I'll do that for over here somehow. And I suppose the bar is gonna need to end up being sort of centered. Oh, that has like purple on it. I guess I don't want that. I guess it can be like all white, because we have white chairs for it. right, that works. I'm still not sure if I want to use a fancy dance floor or if we want to get, because that actually looks pretty good. I like the texture on that. But yeah, I'm not sure if I want to do like a fancy dance floor like this or if I want to have it be invisible. I'm kind of leaning towards it being open like this. Oh, we should get a really fancy piano. If I do that, can they still, there's plenty of walking space, right? They can walk on that one tile wide path. No, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Then someone can play the piano for them at dinner. I'm gonna want the buffet table. Maybe I'll put the buffet table kind of centered right here. Is it better for it to be like this one? No, I don't think so. Okay, I was really tempted to use these big circular tables. In hindsight, I think they're too big. I think that's not gonna work for us. We can use little circular tables though, and that'll be fine. Oh, maybe there should just be 2 seats at them. Oh my God, this thing is like so enormous. It takes up all of the space. Well, I was kind of imagining having like a place for the wedding cake over here. I just want to have a bunch of tables because I want to have places to put these little plants. I really, really, really want to have lots of fancy plants. I guess I could put that little cake stand. I actually don't know if you put the cake stand down, if you can even put a wedding cake on top of it, but I feel like putting that there helps to symbolize like that's where the cake goes. And then if you were playing here, you could always delete that. Okay, that has like the exact right colors. That worked out pretty well. Oh, I wonder if we could get kind of that peachy color. That might be a fun accent. I guess this one does kind of have the color scheme that I'm going for. It just makes me feel sad. Okay, so that has 3 little tables. That's not so bad. And then I can put some windows maybe on either side of this. Those actually also come in a kind of peachy color, but I don't think I want to do that. I'm trying to really focus on like the hot pink flowers. Is putting a DJ booth in? Oh, too much. Sorry. I was gonna be like, is putting a DJ booth too much? Immediately, yes. Immediately, yes, it is too much. All right, I'm doing wallpaper. That helps us a little bit more too. If I put this giant flower in that corner too, is that like, I don't know. I was gonna say, is that too much again? But it is. This might be nice because we can make this into like a guest book or like a place for the present pile. Does that come in pretty colors? Oh my God, why don't they come in plain white? It like comes in gray. Even these don't come in plain white. Shame. Okay, that's fine. I do like the idea of having a box for presents and then like a guest book open on the table. Does Wedding Stories have, I know that nothing else really comes in the rainbowy colors, right? Oh, these do. Oh, interesting. I don't think I like the vase color though. I think there might be a candle that sort of, oh, it has to be blue like that? Are you kidding? Oh my. Okay. Well, I did set out to have a really vibrant and colorful wedding, and if that means I have to have blue on that, then so be it. It does make it feel like this is not vibrant enough. Okay, maybe the record player goes over here. It's kind of on the dance floor though. Oh, this is too tall for that? Are you serious? Oh my gosh. Said no fireplace ever. All of them are always too small. I like that fireplace though. No, it's clipping. This game never ceases to just break my heart. It's like no matter what I do, the game's gonna do something to make me sad. Okay, I put some fancy lights above that. I think I could probably use a sim being here because then I can change the light color. Every time I do one of these wedding venues, I feel like I'm always sort of trying to make them not generic, but like generic enough that if you wanted to just come in and change a swatch, then you could have a different wedding theme because you want them to apply to like whatever sim is having their ceremony here, right? Now, should this be centered on the wall or should it be centered with the dance floor? I'm kind of thinking on the wall now. I'm just gonna put like one chair in the corner. This might look bad to you, but that is so realistic to me. I speak from experience. Or maybe, wait, maybe we could do the chairs kind of like this, putting another bouquet of pretty flowers. Then we need to have the music somehow. I'm kind of thinking I'll put speakers like on this wall. Oh, that even comes in gold? Oh, I don't think I like it. But we can do the speakers like that. Okay, this seems like a half decent reception space. Let me, real quick, because all of a sudden the game thinks it's fall and rainy. Let me cheat that real quick. This is kind of what I was thinking for the bathroom. I want to have a bathtub just in case you need to like bathe or something before the wedding. And this is like a more fancy, maybe getting ready style room. They've got a toilet that's like behind a door. And then this one is maybe just a more standard bathroom. It's still nice, but like maybe this is more for the guests. And then this one is more for the wedding couple. Ooh, that's a little bit more like rustic looking than I wanted it to be. That's not bad though. And it makes sense to have towels out here because we're making the hallway. Oh my goodness, we have a guest. She's come to offer some advice and help us with the build apparently. Does it matter what it looks like from the outside in terms of windows? Because part of me is thinking that I don't really care. I mostly just want it to be kind of bright and airy and pretty from the inside. Now this room is going to be the catering kitchen. I'm also going to put a computer inside of this house, or It's not a house. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put a computer in here because there have been many times in my life where I have shown up thinking I'm ready for the wedding and I forgot to buy a wedding cake. So I'm making sure there's at least somewhere where you can buy a wedding cake if you need to. You can also order like romantic gifts and stuff from the computer. Snap. Oh, we can put a dishwasher. That's good too. What else do you need in a catering kitchen? I guess we need like trash cans and stuff, right? I can put a little one over there. I probably don't need to have it like this, but I don't think it would hurt to have the sink over there and just have more counter space. And then we can get some things like maybe a microwave. Maybe they have a stand mixer so they can bake the cake a little bit easier. Oh, that actually seems so useful. For like any party you're trying to host, that's gonna come in so handy. I guess I can get a couple of benches outside. I might just do them in white. That makes me think that I can put chess tables out here also. We only need to have one chess table, so I can just stick that one on that side. It's kind of out of the way. Or I could maybe even get two. It thinks I have patio tables already even, so that worked out pretty well. I just need some playground equipment and then the game thinks it's a park. And I think we can kind of hide that somewhere in with the trees. Oh, do you still think that it's fall? Why do my trees look half dead? Oh no. Does all the landscaping look like that? I can't see my keyboard. There's a cat. Well, the landscaping doesn't look good, but okay, I put all of the plants in a bit better over there. And we can probably try to do the exact same thing in the back. There is a random sim just on a laptop right there. Oh, that's my sim. Sorry, that's the sim that I was playtesting with. I didn't realize that she had a laptop in her inventory. Good for her. Always on the job, I guess. Okay, so here's what we've got for the reception space right now. I think this actually looks really nice with the pretty flowers. We've got a piano for live music. Now I just have to figure out the rest of the area. I'm gonna move this sim too. But now we have to figure out the ceremony space and then all of the park. And I have not saved a single time, so I'll do that first. I mean, the background of the ceremony right now is the road, which is not really the vibes that I was going for. I feel like I'm gonna want to get some more trees in just so we can kind of build out almost like a clearing, so it's a little bit more private. This way you don't really see the road as much when you're actually getting married. And of course that's assuming that I won't want to have it be maybe like a little bit more formal. I think I had sort of assumed when I was starting to do this that I was gonna want it to be a bit more of a whimsical sort of park, but now I'm wondering if we should have like a more serious walkway, because we could potentially do it like this. It's just that, oh, the view of that is a road. That's ugly. Well, you can put a wall. Things can be done to make it not so much a road. I don't think I like that though. I think I would prefer for it to be more that whimsical type of park that we had talked about. Oh dear, all the terrain paint is ugly. Right now I'm trying to make kind of a curvy little path. Oh, that actually worked really well. Okay, let's keep it with that level of curve. And then I'll put my pathway in there. I think I'll probably get like, maybe I could center. Oh, that looks bad. Yeah, I'm wondering if I get like a little circle right there and then center this thing underneath it. And then we could potentially put some flowers all around it. I'm not really sure what kind, but that actually seems really nice to me. I can put the playground equipment way close to the front of the lot just so it's kind of out of the way. And I'll switch it back to a wedding venue now. We have everything. Although I don't have an outdoor trash can. I'll probably want to get a couple of those. Okay, look at this. I hung up fairy lights and I sort of strung them into the tree. So that way it looks like it's part of the tree. I'm kind of trying to hide all the poles of them too, because I like the idea of this being sort of tucked away in the corner like this. I actually love that. Although now it's kind of shaded and I might rather have it in the sun. Oh, it's better in the sun. Sorry. Sorry about that, everybody. I'm breaking out the debug. I need some more bushes and stuff. Oh, maybe that's what we need for around here. Okay, something like that. And then we'll get these bushes. They're a little bit on the bigger side. They probably don't need to be this big, but my goal is literally just to help block the wedding venue space and give it a little bit more privacy. And if we can do that by putting some random plants in, then so be it. Now I'm gonna go through and do terrain paint everywhere because I feel like it needs it. Like this place desperately needs something to help blend it in all a bit more. Okay, I put some pretty flowers out front of it too. Now I gotta go through and find all of the plants that I placed. Now I gotta go through and do terrain paint underneath every single little tree. I can't tell if what I've done here is bad. Like, I think part of me is a little bit worried that it's like not enough, but also it doesn't need to be completely full. Like there's something kind of nice about it being just an open park like this. You don't need to have stuff in every inch of the building or every inch of the lot. It's hard for me to remind myself that. I have to like keep telling myself it's okay to have a little bit less, you know? Sometimes less is more. Okay, so the idea is you'd come here, you'd do your ceremony out here in this pretty area, then you'd come back. Maybe I should set up a space for toasts outside. We can do toasts out here. You come in, we've got drinks, we've got dinner on this buffet table. You can get like a punch fountain. This is where we have the present table. You can put the cake on this table. People can sit and eat if they don't want to dance, but I picture you would have like the main dinner out here, although your Sims aren't very good at sitting out and doing that. Oh, if we're gonna have dinner outside, I probably should have put the buffet table outside. Yeah, that makes sense. Let me just get another one of these little tables. This is fine. More places to sit won't hurt. Okay, I think now that's done. I think that makes sense. Of course, the lighting is always bad. I might do it in the morning time for the gallery. It looks horrible. You can't even tell. You don't even know what it is. No. The default lot translates to Path of Desire. Okay, I'm just calling it kind of a generic thing. I want it to be easily searchable. I thought about making up some like fancy name for it, but I think an Emirata wedding venue. I tried to put the Ciudad part, but it didn't fit. I didn't have enough characters. So we have half of the world name and then wedding venue in the lot title, but that'll be good enough. I'll put it up for you in case you want to download it. This was fun for me purely just as a way to celebrate my own wedding anniversary. So I'm sorry for making you watch me do this today, but it's fun to build wedding stuff in The Sims. And it's nice to have more options for it. Plus, it's nice to have something small to just fill in part of the world because this was an empty lot by default. It might be fun to do something bigger because this is kind of like a simple, it's more parky than like fancy wedding-y, but it might be kind of fun to build like a big venue with like a huge building, multi-story kind of space. Maybe there's like a bridal suite upstairs. So let me know if I should do a fancier wedding venue at some point. This one's a bit more casual. And thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I post videos like this playing The Sims every single day here on YouTube, so make sure you're subscribed to not miss the next one. And I'm gonna catch you all tomorrow. Okay, bye everybody. Oh my god, please don't laugh at me, but I cut my hair a little bit before I recorded this, and it actually is a mess. It took me a while to try and fix it. I don't think you can tell, but there's a reason my hair is up right now. Oh my god, I'm stressed. I'm gonna have to fix it more later tonight. Wish me luck.